Our second guest today is Sean Roosa, a person who has spent time on the streets, a person who has been homeless for years, a person who has been in and out of the criminal justice system because of drug abuse. We heard earlier with the first interview how Amsterdam treats their disempowered population, their drug abusers, their drug users. We have someone today, and I want to basically step back and tell you how I met this gentleman. I was in a Pomona post office about 2.5, 3 years ago, and I heard this street musician playing on his acoustic guitar. I went into the post office, came out, and I asked this gentleman, I said, where do you play? He said, I just play on the streets. I'm homeless. And I got in my car, and I was so blown away by his soulful voice and his spirit that I did a U-turn and came back to him, gave him my business card, and I said, look, I want to help you. You have the most soulful voice of anyone that I've ever heard. And I thought it was sad and tragic that a person with this type of talent would be living on the streets homeless. And so I vowed to try to mentor him and try to get him some exposure. So for the last 3 years, I've been supportive of Sean Roosa, and he's here today in the studio, and I want to welcome him.
How you doing, Reese?
So tell me about it. How did you grow up? How did you get interested in music?
My whole family was sort of like in singing and playing the guitar, family gatherings and stuff like that. It's just, I was singing before I could talk. Okay. And I picked up the guitar around 12. Just learned by myself. I never had a lesson or anything.
Okay, now tell me about you. Your life. I mean, you've been in and out of the system. Was it for drug offenses?
Yeah. Back in 2002, I was arrested for a heroin, and I did about a year on that, and I never touched it after that. But it just seems like the parole and around is like, it's like a revolving door. It's like serving a life sentence on the installment plan for every little thing that you do. I mean, if you don't check in, if you're a day late, they're just gonna throw you back in. It doesn't matter. I mean, I've had a couple of drug convictions after that, and I did another year, and I just got out, as you know. It's just, it's tough. I mean, it's not so much being in there; it's being away from the ones you love,
Okay, now what I want you to do is I want you to give us something. I said you're the most soulful voice that I've ever heard in person. So cool. I want you to give us a song, and then we're gonna come back and I'm gonna ask you a couple of other questions.
Okay. Right here, Nate. All right. Daniel is traveling out on a plane. I can see the red tail lights heading for Spain. I can see Daniel waving goodbye. God, it looks like Daniel must be the clouds in my eyes. They say Spain's pretty, though I've never been. But Daniel says it's the best place that he's ever seen. Oh, and he should know it's been there enough. And God, I miss Daniel. Lord, I miss him so much. And oh, Daniel, my brother, he was older than me. He can still feel the pain from the scars that won't heal. Your eyes have died, but you see more than I. And Daniel, you're a star in the face of the sky. And Daniel is traveling night on the plane. I could see the red tail lights heading for Spain, oh, and I I can sit and you're waving goodbye. God, it looks like and you must be the clouds in my eyes. Oh God, it looks like and you must be the clouds in